Well, the lingering rainfall that we were seeing earlier this morning has since dissipated, and we're left with dry conditions all across the Tennessee Valley, and will probably stay that way for the rest of this Wednesday. There is a very, very tiny chance, and I'm talking 10%, that an isolated shower could pop up, but 90% of us probably going to be staying dry all across the Tennessee Valley. Now, zooming things out so you can see where our next system is located, and it's currently off to the south and west, impacting areas like Houston, going to be moving through Louisiana within the next few hours. And then, of course, it's going to gradually sweep north and eastward and make its way into the Tennessee Valley. So, of course, clouds going to be coming first before the rainfall. So expect to see cloud cover move in late tonight, and that's going to stick with us for much of tomorrow, along with that rainfall. So we're dealing with a mostly cloudy to partly cloudy sky in some locations, but either way, the sun is peeking out behind the clouds and is shining. It's going to help to warm things up heading into the afternoon. Right now, some of us already in the upper 70s. Fayetteville 76. Here in Coleman, we're at 76, mid-70s in Decatur, mid-70s here in Huntsville. Mid-70s seems to be the magic number. Florence and Moulton also sitting right at 75 degrees. Scottsboro, Arab, Albertville, 75 degrees. Fort Payne currently sitting right at 73. So temperature is going to continue to climb into about the low 80s for the afternoon high. Today is what I'm thinking. No rain in the forecast. I mentioned earlier there could be a 10% chance of rain. A few weather models were trying to pick up on a few isolated showers moving in, but if that were the case, it's really just going to pop up out of nowhere. And some of you, the lucky one, will get to see an isolated shower, but a good chunk of us going to be staying dry for today. Now, like I said, clouds going to start to build in heading into tonight, so expect to sit under a mostly cloudy sky. Other than that, we're going to be pretty quiet with temperatures falling into the low 60s. Now, rain chances for the next 7 days. About a 60% heading into tomorrow and into Friday, but it looks like rain going to be out of the way just in time for the weekend. It's only about a 20% chance heading into Sunday. Then we're dry on Monday. Looking ahead into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, only about a 10% chance of rain there. So it's going to kind of be the case of what we're dealing with today. Now for tomorrow, that system that I mentioned earlier going to be moving closer into the Tennessee Valley and moving through the Tennessee Valley tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. In the Storm Prediction Center, they have highlighted an area for a marginal risk for a few isolated showers and storms to turn to the strong to severe side potentially. So really areas along and west of I-65. And what I mean by that, heavy rainfall definitely going to be the case for some of the rain that does develop tomorrow afternoon. And then, of course, hail and damaging winds will also have to watch for that as well, but the threat for all three of those is relatively low, especially the hail and the damaging winds. And then, of course, we don't have a tornado threat for tomorrow. So for the rest of today, we'll continue to see a few peaks of sunshine here and there. Notice how the model's starting to try to pick up on an isolated shower or two. That's where that 10% chance of rain is coming into play. Heading into tonight, though, things going to turn quiet. Those clouds going to gradually start to build into the Tennessee Valley. And notice this is early tomorrow morning, right around the 6 o'clock hour. So that Thursday morning commute probably going to be wet for most of us, so just keep that in mind heading out the door. Also keep in mind that a few areas of patchy fog could develop throughout the overnight tonight. Conditions are still pretty humid out there, and winds will remain calm, so that's going to aid in fog development in some locations. We're not expecting it to be a widespread issue, definitely not expecting it to be dense fog either. So tomorrow morning, expect to see some rainfall, potentially some light to moderate rainfall, and then heading into the late morning tomorrow, things turn more widespread in nature, and it looks like the bulk of the rain going to be occurring a little bit before lunch because things turn much more scattered heading into tomorrow afternoon. But that's when we could potentially see a few of those stronger to severe thunderstorms develop. Now, I want to reiterate, because we're not expected to see widespread severe weather tomorrow. It's not going to be a weather impact alert day by any means. We're just going to continue to keep that small hail threat and small damaging wind threat in the forecast for some of the storms that develop tomorrow afternoon. Heading into tomorrow night, a little bit of rainfall expected for some of us, but most are going to start to turn quiet, and then expect another round of rain heading into our Friday. So for today, high temperatures once again going to top out, I'm thinking in the low 80s. Temperatures drop a little bit heading into Thursday and Friday into the upper 70s, 77 for both Thursday and Friday. 60% of showers and thunderstorms expected Thursday and Friday as well. But looking ahead into the weekend, it looks really nice out there. Plenty of sunshine for our Saturday. A little bit of rainfall heading into our Sunday, but it's only about a 20% chance of rain. So a majority of us going to be staying dry then as well. And it's mainly going to be coming in the afternoon. High temperatures eventually going to find their way back in the low 80s by the back half of the weekend. And going ahead and looking into next week, it looks like we'll be seeing mostly sunshine both Monday and Tuesday. Looking ahead, though, past the 7-day forecast, it looks like temperatures are going to continue to climb. In fact, we'll be getting pretty close to 90 degrees once we get to the middle of next week. And heading into the back half of next week as well, a few isolated showers going to be possible then.